At 94, Katherine Jackson sat in her cozy living room, surrounded by cherished photographs of her family. The walls were adorned with memories, glittering awards, snapshots from family gatherings, and the unmistakable spirit of Michael, who had always been the heartbeat of their home. After years of living with the legacy of her son, she found herself reflecting on the past with a sense of peace. One sunny afternoon, Katherine received a call from a documentary filmmaker named Jenna, who had been piecing together a retrospective of Michael's life. Jenna's voice was filled with enthusiasm as she spoke about the project, but Katherine hesitated. She had spent decades guarding her family's privacy, yet there was an undeniable urge to share her truths. As they talked, Katherine felt the weight of the rumors that had swirled around Michael for years, the controversies, the allegations, the endless speculation about his life and legacy. She had stayed silent for so long, but perhaps it was time to set the record straight. "Jenna," Katherine said, her voice steady, "there's something I've wanted to say for a long time." Weeks later, as the camera rolled in her living room, Katherine looked into the lens, her heart racing. People have always talked about Michael's eccentricities, about his life in the spotlight. But what they often miss is the boy behind the fame. He was gentle, kind, and deeply sensitive. She recounted stories of Michael's childhood, his love for animals, his passion for music, and how he would spend hours creating melodies. "He was just a kid trying to navigate a world that was too big for him," she shared, her eyes misting over. Jenna listened intently, encouraging Katherine to delve deeper into the myths that had haunted their family. With each word, Katherine dismantled the rumors, revealing the truth of a boy who grew into a man burdened by expectations and misunderstandings. "People forget that he was a brother, a son, a friend," she continued. "He felt things deeply, and that sensitivity was both his gift and his curse." As she spoke, Katherine felt a weight lifting. She described the love and support their family had always provided, despite the challenges they faced. She spoke of Michael's dedication to his craft and his relentless pursuit of perfection, which often left him feeling isolated. In a moment of vulnerability, Katherine shared how she had grappled with her son's struggles. "I always believed in him, even when the world didn't. He was my baby, and I wanted to protect him from the pain." The interview marked a turning point for Katherine. The public finally saw the human side of Michael, the laughter, the joy, the heartache. It sparked conversations around mental health, fame, and the price of success. As the documentary aired, Katherine received an outpouring of love and support from fans and friends alike. Many wrote letters expressing gratitude for her courage to speak out, for giving Michael his voice back. One evening, while flipping through the responses, Katherine came across a letter from a young fan who wrote, "Thank you for sharing your son with us. I feel like I know him better now, and I'm proud to be a part of his legacy." With a smile, Katherine knew that after all these years, the truth about Michael Jackson would finally resonate in the hearts of those who loved him. And in that moment, she felt a profound connection to him, a sense that, together, they had danced one last dance, freeing his spirit from the shadows of doubt. In her twilight years, Katherine Jackson had finally confirmed what many had always suspected: Michael was more than a legend, he was a beautiful soul, deserving of love and understanding. And in sharing her story, she ensured that his legacy would live on, not just as the king of pop, but as a beloved son, brother, and friend. As the weeks passed after the documentary aired, Katherine found herself enveloped in a new kind of energy. The media buzz had faded somewhat, but the impact of her revelations lingered, sparking conversations far and wide. She received invitations to speak at various events, and each time, she stood before audiences, sharing her son's story with grace and dignity. One day, she was invited to a charity gala in honor of Michael's work with children. The event was to raise funds for music programs in underprivileged schools. As she prepared, Katherine felt a sense of purpose swelling within her. This was an opportunity to continue Michael's legacy and to honor his love for music and children. That evening, the venue was alive with the sounds of laughter and music. As Katherine entered, she was greeted with warmth and admiration. She spotted familiar faces, friends from the industry and fans who had traveled from near and far, all there to celebrate Michael's legacy. When it was her turn to speak, Katherine took a deep breath, looking out at the sea of faces. Michael believed in the power of music to change lives, she began. He wanted every child to have the chance to experience the joy that music brings. As she shared stories of Michael's philanthropic efforts, she recounted how he often surprised schools with donations, giving instruments to children who had none. He wanted to give them the chance to express themselves, she said, her voice steady. He understood the healing power of music because it had been his refuge, too. After her speech, she was approached by a young girl named Ava, who had been inspired by Michael's story. With bright eyes, Ava told Katherine how she had started a school music club, encouraging her classmates to explore their creativity. "I want to make sure every kid knows they can sing and dance, just like Michael did," Ava exclaimed. Katherine felt a wave of emotion wash over her. "You're doing exactly what he would have wanted," she said, hugging Ava tightly. In that moment, she realized that the ripple effect of Michael's legacy was not just about fame but about inspiring generations to come. As the night continued, Katherine found herself lost in conversations, sharing stories not only about Michael but also about her family's journey. She spoke about resilience, love, and the importance of supporting one another through struggles. It felt liberating to connect with others who understood the complexities of life in the spotlight. Later, while sipping tea with a longtime friend, Katherine opened up about the burden she had carried for so long. "I worried that the world would only remember him for the scandals, not for the joy he brought to millions," she confessed. "But now, I feel like I can finally breathe." Her friend nodded, encouraging her. "You've given him a voice again, Katherine. It's a gift not just for him, but for everyone who loved him." The gala ended with a heartfelt tribute performance of one of Michael's iconic songs. As the audience sang along, Katherine felt a sense of unity wash over her. It was as if Michael's spirit was present, celebrating with them, reminding everyone of the joy he had shared. In the following months, Katherine continued her outreach, speaking at schools and community centers about the importance of creativity and self-expression. She encouraged young artists to embrace their talents, just as Michael had, and to remember that their voices mattered. As she connected with fans and young musicians, Katherine began to realize that her own voice had grown stronger. She started writing a memoir, weaving together memories of her life with Michael, capturing both the joyful and challenging moments. She wanted readers to understand the depths of her son's character, the laughter, the heartache, and the profound love that had defined him. One evening, as she sat at her writing desk, Katherine reflected on her journey. At 94, she had finally found her purpose anew, not only as a mother but as a storyteller and advocate for the power of music. The shadows that had loomed over her family for so long began to fade, replaced by a brilliant light of hope and healing. Through her words, Katherine knew she could honor Michael's legacy and inspire others to embrace their own. And as she wrote, she felt Michael's spirit dancing alongside her, a reminder that love, in all its forms, was the most enduring legacy of all.